this episode, we'll be talking about the different investment vehicles such as index funds, bonds, cryptocurrency, and we'll also be talking about a general overview of the different tax advantage accounts such as 401k, Roth IRA, and traditional IRA. In the next few videos after this, we'll be discussing in depth about the 401k and Roth IRAs. So once you have your emergency fund and you feel like you're comfortable with the amount in there, you feel like if anything happens, you'll be safe, you can start thinking about investing. There's so many different ways to invest your money. Most people would probably suggest index funds. Put money in there, it grows, it compounds dividends, safer than going into individual stocks because you don't have to track anything, and it's super low maintenance. S&P 500 is a index fund that tracks the top 500 companies in the US. If one of the companies isn't very good, they'll just take it out of the fund and put something else in there. So that's how people would consider investing. You can also do individual stocks if you want to learn about those. I cannot suggest any specific stocks because I don't really invest in individual stocks. But individual stocks would be things like Amazon, Facebook, Apple, etc., etc. And then you could also invest in bonds. Not the greatest idea just because bonds generally don't have growth. But if you have a lot of money, you put it in bonds, then you start to get like money. It's kind of like having a high yield savings, but high yield savings interest doesn't last forever. Bond interest, depending on what you buy, will give you that rate for whatever amount of time it says in the terms. If you're really crazy, you can invest in some cryptocurrency. I mean, it's not a crazy thing to do, but because it's so volatile, it's not the best thing to jump into when you're not the most knowledgeable because you can lose a ton of money really, really quickly, especially since cryptocurrencies trade 24/7. Stock market is not traded 24/7. Now you're probably wondering, okay, cool. Like these are basic things that people know, like, yeah, emergency fund investing. That now you're probably asking, how do I invest, right? This is the part that's probably less taught or less common knowledge. In the US, at least, you have things for retirement, right? So if you have an employer, there's 401k. If you want your own personal investing account, you could do a Roth IRA, a traditional IRA. 401k, very simple. It's basically just investment account while you're an employee. It's chosen by your employer. Roth IRA, personal investment account. After tax dollars, I'll explain more of this later once we get into it. After tax dollars, tax-free gains. Traditional, personal investment account, pre-tax dollars, tax deferred, taxable gains. You're probably wondering, like, what does all of this mean? You have no idea, right? This is just a basic overview and we'll be going in depth into each one of these accounts in different videos. I just wanted to lay these out for you so that you know what you can do after an emergency fund. See you guys in the next one.